Hey guys, it's Brandon Cruz with Damon's Real Texas Barbecue. Doing another video for you. This time we're going to do a video on cooking chicken. I'll tell you right off the bat, I know I smoke chicken every day, but I'm not a huge fan of smoked chicken. Not from flavor aspect, but the reason is because whenever you smoke chicken, you're going to end up with, the meat is going to be pink. Just like you get a smoke ring in a brisket, it does the same kind of effect in a chicken. A lot of people think smoked chicken, even though you've gotten it to the correct internal temperature, they'll think that that chicken is raw. It's not raw, it's just been smoked. So I love grilled chicken because I don't ever get anybody telling me, oh hey, I think this chicken's undercooked. But today, what I'm going to do, instead of cooking on the big commercial smoker I'm usually cooking on, I'm going to be cooking on something you probably have in your backyard, a gas grill. This particular grill was sent to us by Monument Grills. This is their Mesa 325. It's a new grill coming out this month, coming out in March. They also have a silver version of this, and that's the Mesa 305. This is the black version, since obviously you can see our entire building is black. Everything we do here, our colors are black and white. So I asked for the black 325. But anyway, guys, I'm going to show y'all how we're going to cook this chicken. Basically the same way I cook chicken here at the restaurant every day. The only difference is we're going to use gas grill to cook this versus a commercial smoker. All right. So this right here is a 5.5 pound chicken, whole chicken, no antibiotics. Bought it right here at my local HEB. For those of you that don't know what HEB is the greatest grocery store around. We love them. You can find anything, especially if you're a barbecue enthusiast. HEB never lets you down. You can buy prime briskets there, all sorts of stuff. All right, I'm gonna get all the internals out of this chicken real quick. We're gonna spatchcock this chicken. For those of you that don't know what spatchcocking is basically removing the backbone out of this chicken. And the benefit of doing this is it will cook a whole lot faster than leaving it whole. Yeah, it makes a prettier presentation doing a whole chicken, but cooks a whole lot better, a whole lot more evenly when you spatchcock a chicken. You can do this same process on a turkey for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's not that pretty turkey you see sitting on the center of your table. Instead, it'll be sprawled out, but I'm telling you, it's going to cut down your cooking time by a lot. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip this chicken over with its back up. Take a good pair of kitchen shears. I love these shears. They make it so effortless to cut through bone. And we're just going to go on one side of that spine and just cut right through all the way down. Take the knife, cut the skin. Do the other side. The shears cut through the bone, no problem, and through the meat, but the skin is another story because the skin's not very thick. There we go. Cut the spine out, throw that away. Clean out the cavity. Then we're going to flip this sucker back over with the breast up, and then you're going to put your hand right in the middle and just push down until you hear it break. And that's it. That chicken is now ready to be seasoned. I like to tuck my wings behind. Competition, they don't let you do that. depending on the sanctioning body. But I always think that makes a prettier presentation to present your chicken like that with the wing tips tucked behind, just like that. So, all right, so we're going to season this up real quick. I'm just going to slide this cutting board over a little bit, bring in my tray. Going to switch gloves, take this one off so I can handle my bottle. We're going to season it generously, flip it over as well. And you can season your chicken with whatever seasoning you like. People will tell you, oh, you got to use this, you got to use that. Do whatever you like. It doesn't matter. I do like to pull the skin back some. Season down into the actual meat of the breast. Same thing, front side. Get that seasoning down up under the skin. And like I said, not just chicken. You can do your turkeys this way. Cook your turkey a whole lot faster than keeping it all together. Alright, that chicken looks pretty good there. What we'll do is we'll let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Now, what I like to do is usually season my chicken the night before, right before I go to bed. Put it in an ice bag and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. That way the seasonings get into all the meat, get a little bit better flavor. But we're just going to let this sit for about 15 minutes while we get the grill fired up, let it heat up, and then we'll put this chicken on. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn this the grill on. But before I do, I'm going to go over some of the features on this new Mesa Grill. Like I said, this is the Mesa 325. Comes in black. They have upgraded it with their clear top. You can actually see. Yes, last night I did some ribeyes on this just to check it out, and really liked being able to look in and see my ribeyes cooking. They've upgraded their temperature gauge. One really cool feature that I thought was awesome, that it has a button here, and it's LED lights for your knobs. But as you turn the knobs on, it changes color, so that way you know that the gas is on. So you went from white to red. Really neat. I thought that was really cool, so that way you know which burners are on, if you have one of them on or you have all three. Thought it was really cool. Another thing that I did like about it, and I was talking about it earlier to a friend, I said, man, when I put this thing together, I hate putting stuff together, but this was actually really easy to put together because the majority of all the screws were already in place. All you have to do is take the screws out, put whatever panel is on, and then put the screw back in. So you didn't have a whole bag full of a bunch of loose screws that you got to figure out where they go. I really liked that. Now they do give you a little box to put a couple screws in, but they're labeled really easy, and it took me maybe 30 minutes to assemble this whole thing. Okay, we'll go over. I also have a nice little burner on the side that we will use during this video to show you all how I make my chicken wrap. So we will be using this burner. The lid, new die-cast aluminum lid. Another thing that we really liked is how easy it is to clean. This whole thing slides out and it just rinses right off. Slide it right back in. It also has a grease tray to catch the grease at the bottom. But it made it really easy. Made it really easy to clean by just being able to pull that drip tray out. Now, with the thermometer being up at top, it's not going to give you the most accurate temperature because the temperature here is going to be different from the temperature up here. So I would love to see if maybe they put a second thermometer down lower near the grill, which would give you your actual grill grate temperature. Because to me, that's really important, especially like when I'm cooking a steak. I want to know that that grill is really, really hot, because that temperature is going to be different with heat rising. But we'll see how this works. These are cast iron grills. They're pretty sturdy. I wouldn't mind seeing them a little bit heavier than this, but they're not bad. This has some weight to it, some bulk to it, but to me, I hate having something wear out where I have to go find replacement parts. So when I buy a grill or a pit or anything, I'm hoping that I get 10 years of use out of it. And with this, I think it needs to be a little bit heavier. I do like these heat shields. I did notice cooking those ribeyes last night. They were prime ribeyes, which gives off a lot of dripping from the fat. They never once did they fire up. I was really pleased with that part. All right, but we're going to fire this sucker up. So I've already turned on the gas bottle down here at the bottom. All we do is we turn the knob and then hit, and there it is, ignited. We're actually not going to turn the center one off. We're just going to keep these two outer ones. I'm going to turn them on low right now and see where the temperature gets. I'm going to try to keep this kind of low, around 275 degrees or so. So we'll see what, by turning on these two outer ones and leaving the center one off, how well that does. Because I don't want to burn this chicken. I want to just take my time and get a nice, beautiful skin and a juicy chicken. So we'll do that. We'll close it up and let it start heating up. All right, guys, our pit is now at temperature. We're going to go ahead and put our chicken on. It's been about 15 minutes, so it should be good to go. All right, guys, while the chicken is on, we're going to go ahead and get our mop ready. A mop is basically something, liquid type of liquid form that you're going to put on the chicken while it cooks, like to baste it, basically. I've seen people do all sorts of things. They do water with lemon juice, all sorts. I've used this mop for over 20 years. I used it in competition. I still use it today. It's how I do all my chicken, always. There's probably a whole bunch of people that are going to see this video and be like, oh, we finally figured out his mop. But it's no big secret. I guarantee if I'm doing it, somebody else has been doing it too for years. It's a simple, easy mop. Oh, and speaking of that, I do like that feature on that grill, being able somewhere to hang my gloves, my mop, your forks, utensils, whatever. You can hang off the edge on both sides. That's really neat. All right, so we are going to start. Add some butter or margarine. No real set amount, just depends on how much chicken you're cooking. I put 3 big spoonfuls there. That should be plenty. Take 4 limes. Cut these in half. I'm going to squeeze them all into our pot, but half of them we're going to just go ahead and throw right into the pot as well after we squeeze it. All right, now we're going to do our onion. Take a whole white onion. All right, we're not going to do We don't need it minced or anything. We're just doing a rough chop. And then we take a 16-ounce, a small bottle of Zesty Italian or just plain Italian. Always use Zesty. Has a little bit more of a twang to it, I guess. So this is basically just oil, butter, oil. It's going to give our chicken a really, really pretty color. It's also going to have a good flavor and hopefully keep that chicken really juicy. So we're going to stick this on the little burner. Notice we didn't add any of our seasoning. We are going to add seasoning to this at the end. We don't do it while it's cooking or while it's boiling because it'll burn at the bottom. So we'll avoid that. Stick this on our All right, guys, we got our mop is boiling. We're going to go ahead and cut the heat off to it. Give it a stir. You can see that our limes have started to change. The colors changed. The onions have cooked down, so we're good to go. Cut the heat off. Go ahead and add our seasoning. Whatever seasoning you used on the chicken, that's what you're going to want to season this mop with. Because basically, as you're mopping it, you're just adding on more seasoning plus this butter and the Italian. I usually put a generous portion. I don't have a set amount, how many tablespoons. I just put it till I think that's enough. And usually what I'm looking for, since I know that I use the same seasoning every time, it's my seasoning, I'm looking for a nice pretty red color. And that's it. This will sit here until the seasoning sets on the chicken, because if I was to mop this right now, I would probably mop off all the seasoning that's already on that chicken. So once it starts to get a nice little pretty color, the seasoning sticking to it, then I'll start mopping it. Alright guys, we're going to check the skin real quick to make sure that it's dried up enough where the seasoning is actually sticking to it, and it has. So now we'll go ahead and mop, and you'll see the color just really comes out on that chicken as soon as you hit it with the mop. And it'll just get richer and darker as we continue to cook, and every 20 minutes or so we're going to come out here and mop it again until it has reached the internal temperature we're looking for. The chicken has been on for about 2 hours and 15 to 2 hours and 30 minutes, somewhere around there. We're going to check the temperature, see it should be done. We've already mopped it a few times. That color looks really pretty. Right into the breast, and we are done. 165. This joint right in here, oh yeah, it's over, it's ready. So we're going to go ahead, cut the heat off on the pit. I like working with my hands instead of tongs, so I usually use either heat resistant gloves. Oh yeah, you can feel that chicken is very tender. Oh yeah. There we go. We're going to set this on the cutting board. We're going to let that rest for about 10 minutes. You don't want to go ahead and cut it right away. We'll let it rest for about 10 minutes, and then we'll slice it and see what we got. All right, guys, it's been about 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and cut this chicken and see what we have. We're going to cut it right down the center here. Usually want to pick a side, which I cut it dead smack in the middle. There we go. Oh yeah. Watch, we'll cut a piece off, and you can see how juicy that chicken really is. Really good. Let's check it out. That's a good chicken. Put it right here in the light and let you see this breast. Very good. I am pleased how this chicken came out. Pleased with the Monument Grill, the Mesa 325. It did great. I'm pleased with it. What I really liked about it is having this clear glass where we can monitor that chicken the entire time. It was it's like cooking on your oven at home, being able to look right into the glass and see what's going on. That's it, guys. Like and subscribe to our page or to our channel. We'll be doing more videos throughout the year. If you have a video that you'd like to see us make, send us a message. We'd be glad to do it. Like and subscribe, like I said. Also, if you would like to purchase one of the Monument Grills, this Mesa 325, use the promo code and you'll get 5% off our discount. So we appreciate it. Thank you to Monument Grills. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. And remember, smoked meat, not meth.